The INFJ personality type, also called as introverted intuition peeling and judgment, is an uncommon personality type recognized by the Myers-Briggs type indicator. 3% of the population in the United States are INFJs, who are advocates. States INFJs are the most distinctive and maybe the most misunderstood of the 16 personality types identified by the Myers-Briggs type indicator, or MBTI. INFJs exhibit a variety of characteristics, including intellect and creativity. Because INFJs are often seen to be very brilliant, this characteristic might occasionally cause them to face several difficulties in their daily lives. Individuals have different ideas of what intelligence is. For some, it may be the person with the most amount of knowledge, while for others, it might be the person who is least able to effectively transmit their knowledge. The Oxford Dictionary defines intelligence as having the capacity to learn, comprehend, and reason logically. Below is a list of some of the greatest challenges that INFJs face in their daily lives as a result of their high level of intelligence. Number 8, they are not into small conversation. INFJs are extremely intellectual, which prevents them from engaging in small talk, often known as chit-chat by some. They prefer serious and analytical debates than talking about the commonplace issues that everyone faces on a daily basis. They typically feel that small chat is a waste of their time and energy, and most of the time that makes them stand out from the crowd. They are more interested in subjects like philosophy, art, literature, physics, and mathematics. One of the reasons INFJs do not get along with others around them until they share similar hobbies and interests is that they dislike small conversation. INFJs avoid interacting with others they perceive to be less intellectual due to their critical nature. Brilliant brains debate incredible concepts. Little brains talk about individuals, whereas average minds talk about worthless events. The best illustration of the first is an INFP. 7th, because of their brilliance, they may have social phobias. Although humans are regarded as sociable creatures, an INFJ's high IQ might make them uncomfortable in social situations. The notion that highly brilliant people are socially uncomfortable or, in less polite terms, nerds, is pervasive, and INFJs are not typically the most well-liked individuals in a group. But occasionally, although a little overblown, the claims are not entirely false. Even scientific investigations have demonstrated that those with high IQs typically have lower emotional quotients. Our ability to interact with others and build connections with them depends on our emotional quotient, or EQ. This is not to say that INFJs are unable to develop deep and meaningful connections. Rather, it just means that they do it less frequently and with fewer people. They avoid engaging in too many social contacts due to their introverted personality, especially if the subject of their interest is not widely popular. An INFJ's intelligence frequently stops them from fitting in with the group, and others may not always enjoy their company since they perceive them to be dull and unapproachable. 6th, they are very selective in what they say. People with intelligence frequently think more than they really speak. An INFJ's high level of intellect keeps their mind active as they process and analyze ideas. They often consider things from all perspectives and attempt to comprehend the implications before developing any views or drawing any conclusions. They take their time to fully comprehend things, which frequently causes lengthy pauses in their conversations. They don't share all of their thoughts with others and filter out a lot of them before speaking with them. They don't like to be wrong, which occasionally results in overthinking by nature. INFJs spend less time interacting with others because they are so occupied creating their own imaginary world, which, as a result of their careful consideration before speaking, they regard to be far more fascinating than their actual surroundings. They are typically the group's most perceptive members, although occasionally this may make those on the opposing side feel uneasy. Extended pauses, which are typical of infj since they are in possession of their ideas, might lose the other person's attention. There would be no end to their chats if inf ceased censoring their ideas. 5. INFJs typically have a small circle of friends, and their high intelligence might work against them when it comes to forming relationships. Their topic preferences and inclinations differ from those of the general public. This does not imply that they dislike joining groups. Connections, it just means that they prefer to build close bonds with a small number of individuals as opposed to making many friends. As uncommon as INFJs themselves, they also desire to be in the company of intelligent individuals who share their brilliance. Also, research demonstrates that they find it challenging to create acquaintances because of their propensity to surround themselves with particular individuals. Extremely intellectual INFJs prefer one-on-one communication over group conversations, which is one of the primary reasons they tend to avoid bigger groups of people. For INFJs, quality counts above all else, and a quality connection is what they are constantly seeking. The fourth is a lack of delight in fun, even if enjoyment is defined as. Despite the fact that their levels of intelligence, focus, and enjoyment may vary, all INFJs lack enjoyment in their lives because they are always preoccupied with worrying about achieving their objectives and leading mechanical lives as a result of their extremely brilliant and concentrated minds. Little breaks are crucial to maintaining balance in our everyday lives, but INFJs frequently fail to do so since they engage in less social contacts and have a penchant for building connections. Although this Myers-Briggs personality type enjoys having fun, their mind is always preoccupied with overanalyzing many things, so they don't particularly enjoy impromptu ideas or unexpected activities. As a result, life can occasionally get monotonous for them. Before using any stepper, INFJs want to get all the details straight, because they dislike making mistakes in life. Their laser-like focus keeps them away from activities that might not be crucial to attaining their objectives. Another significant factor for why INFJs don't actively seek out adventure in their life is that they are perfectionists. They avoid making decisions without fully understanding the repercussions. Although these traits enable INFJs to accomplish feats that would not be feasible for others, they can also result in despair, anxiety, and a host of other health problems. Third, playing the game of boredom is commonplace. High intellect has advantages and disadvantages. Extremely brilliant individuals are continuously seeking intellectual stimulation. They enjoy taking on novel, difficult tasks that force them to think more. They're constantly seeking something new, and not just intellectually. It puts people down to have fresh items or issues to address. After they learn and perfect something, highly bright INFJs become weary of doing the same or similar things repeatedly. They lose interest in it and look for other things to discover. Even while there are countless things to discover, not everything will pique their attention, which sometimes results in disappointment. Due to this need for fresh challenges, some people abandon their everyday responsibilities, which might be seen as irresponsible. INFJs have trouble retaining employment because most occupations include some form of repetitive activity. This hinders their ability to advance professionally. Having a thirst for knowledge is surely a great habit. However, to succeed in life, you must constantly strike a balance between the two. The second is the weight of expectations. Since INFJs are perfectionists and don't like to flinch in any aspect of life, this drive for perfection only serves to increase pressure on them. An INFJ's mind is constantly thinking, and sometimes this overthinking builds extreme pressure. If someone is known to be intelligent, they start thinking that excellence is expected out of them, and this puts them under immense pressure to excel. This results in various issues like stress, depression, anxiety, and burnout. Are also fierce competitors, especially if it helps them establish their authority. They hate to lose to anyone and want to maintain the reputation of always coming out on top. If they're not the smartest person in the room, it will hurt them because they constantly strive to be the best at everything they do. First, brutal honesty is a trait that INFJs tend to have in abundance. Their intelligence level doesn't allow them to sugarcoat reality, which can make them seem harsh to others and cause them to distance themselves from them. However, those who take their opinions or thoughts in the right sense typically benefit from them because INFJs always consider all of their options before speaking. Although they don't communicate much, when they do, it's always concise and to the point. INFJs may speak the truth and be harsh, but they won't stop at just criticizing others. Instead, they will move forward and try to help them improve their flaws. They will never try to twist and turn things to make it easy for others. What do you think of INFJs and their intelligence? Do you identify with these INFJs? Please share this video and subscribe for more updates on psychology.